Greetings, peace, peace. Hi all, I hope you're all doing well. We are here today, and we all know that the full moon in Leo is coming up on Saturday, the 11th, and it is a eclipse season, and we can range from having 3 to 4, I say 4 to 7 eclipses in a year. And this year we have 2 in February and 2 in August. So we have the full moon and the new moon eclipse, and one is called the lunar eclipse, which is the full moon, and then the solar eclipse, which is the new moon. Okay, and obviously this is when the Earth is shadowing the sun ray to the moon, the solar ray to the moon. That's a full moon. And when the sun is blocking the moon, that is the solar moon. Okay, so why eclipse season is so it's important to take note of, because especially in the full moon, we talk a lot about that everything's heightened, intentions are people turn into werewolves and stuff like that. And so that's all got to do with the power and the intensity of the moon when it's full, when it's at its apex, right? And so if you consider that and then think about the eclipse, it's like that energy times 10, right? So if the full moon is already quite grandeur and very powerful, times that by 10. Okay, and then in the new moon, the same thing. It's very, although it's not there, you can't see it anyways, it's still very, very powerful. And they both have their powers in their own rights for different things. And I'll say that the new moon specifically has that extra oomph, but it's less noted. It's the same with that spirit and matter. We always find my battery. We always find that that we don't take note of spirituality before we realize it in its material or manifested state. And that's almost the same. It's like we don't realize how that our material comes from the spiritual. Okay, a lot of us in this, if you're watching here, you may be new to this understanding, or you already realize that, but in the biggest in the macro scope, like a lot of people are not privy to this. So I just put that across to you. So maybe you have a different way to expressing it to somebody if you need to. Right, so you know that the full moon is all about releasing, letting go, and forgiveness. Okay, so again, in the eclipse, it's times 10, times 100 even, and more the reason for you to check for what it is that you need to let go, release of, no matter how old, how new, how effective, how ineffective. Whatever you feel is stopping you, blocking you, this is a great time to do your rituals, your manifestation tools, bring them out, to use to the forefront, to your betterment, so you can get to your higher state, okay, in a higher state. And again, with the new moon, it's all about bringing in something, starting something new, initiative, bringing closer to you whatever it is that you feel you need and would work and is conducive for you. Okay, so again, don't forget the eclipse is it's heightened energy. Like with them, they said that anything started in the eclipse season, whether it's to release or to bring forward, is likely to always work out in its best form. Okay, so don't let it pass you by. And I always say that there's many moon rituals you can do. From writing on paper, some people like to use specifically natural paper. Just having pen to paper is a great thing, and even writing with raw materials rather than on your phone or something like that. Writing with pencil and paper specifically, not necessarily ink. But either or, whatever you choose, you know you have the power to manifest whatever it is that you will in it. With as long as your intention is keyed and honed in, you can make it happen. So burning paper, doing candle magic, just a mantra, a chant, a mudra, a asana pose, whatever you are drawn to. Meditation, singing, dancing, just writing, thinking, word, sound, power. Whatever form of ritual you are drawn to, make it happen towards what it is that you're looking for. I'll definitely come back in before the 11th to talk about the usual moon discussions. I just wanted to give you a heads up on the eclipse because, again, it is very powerful. So the first eclipse is on the 11th, which is Saturday coming, and the next one is on the 26th of February, which I believe is a Sunday. Okay, so don't forget, eclipse is normal full moon and new moon time, and you know things that you could do with it, but times 100. Yeah, so I got this song on my big up to Red and Blue Pill Prince. Okay, thanks. Yes, looking forward because there's some things that we need to clear up. Okay, for our betterment always. And it being in Leo is quite, the full moon is in Leo this coming Saturday, so it's quite, what's the term I'm looking for, it's quite special. Okay, Leo is a special sign. It is it's seen one way but really it's another. So, and it reminds me of the matter, the spirit and matter. Anyhow, I may come back, but peace for now. Yes, I forgot one thing. So the eclipse sometimes is seen as a negative thing because, again, you know how people sometimes see the moon, the full moon specifically, quite negative because, you know, people do get scared of those werewolf situations. Same with the eclipse, people kind of get shook up about making long distance travels. Don't bring fear to anything, you know. Be wary, be aware of it, but don't allow yourself to be consumed by that fear. And also, digestion is a bit slower at this time. It is said that actually animals refrain from eating. See a bird there. Refrain from eating at this time. And if you can fast, more for you. Yes, I've been advised not to fast because I'm still breastfeeding my baby. So yeah, but I've been needing to. My skin needs. I need a detox. That will come hopefully very shortly. I'm trying to wean him just by power force, you know, just not trying to force it, because yeah, 2 years and mom's counting, and my first child actually weaned herself after 2 years, and I do feel I was pushing her a little bit, but not forcefully again. But just using telepathy really with the children. Yeah, just sending them some psychic thoughts. Anyhow, what else can I say before I go? Yeah, it's just know that the energy is heightened, so the power is there for you to utilize. You know, don't feel you are ruled by anything. Use everything to your advantage. Use everything to your advantage, to your, you know, for your betterment, for your ascension. You know? What else? Yeah, so don't sleep on this eclipse, okay? Mama, that's all. Well done, baby. Almost coming. Good, thanks.